This guy. Come on, mate. Go, Jimmy.
It's alright, let's sort that side out.
We're the away, so we should be black on the right.
Yeah.
We're one and we're the away side, so we should be on the right. We're two now.
Shit,
Wooden box.
Come on, Steve. Full battery.
Oh, there's one on the side.
Yeah, so that red one, so you just hold it
Oh,
in.
fuck, I was pressing the one on the top.
That's the
you
mute button,
pressed
remember?
the wrong button.
That's right, it is too.
Yeah, it's all good. And it will work. You can test it. You know how to test it.
I'm a bit of a
That's
dumb
what you
cunt.
think.
Come on. Yes, Chase. Come on. Chase, baby. Yes, Shed Bull.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Prime Minister of Australia, I thought I'd jump on the mic and do some commentary. And we have Victoria B versus South Australia B, and Victoria B have given the early touch-up, 4-0 up. Steve Lansbury at the table on the yellows, on the reds in fact, and decides to be a bit of a uncommitted shot, unless it wasn't on the red, but he hasn't covered the pocket well, and has given, I'm not sure what this fella's name is, sorry, I'm just trying to read the back of his shirt, but can't see it. There are quite a few players that I do not know their names because I haven't seen them before. They haven't played tournaments, or I just haven't seen them around the traps, so bear with me on that. And good shot by the young fella. I think he's left Steve off everything there. And for those that are new to the black ball rules, Steve must make an attempt to get out of this snooker. It is a loss of frame. And not a bad effort, but he has missed it. And now what this fella gets as an option, he basically it's what's called a free shot, so the two shots don't carry past the first shot that he plays, so he can actually pick the white ball up here if he wants. He could even pot a red over the pot. He can pretty much do whatever he wants with his first shot. He can hit any ball he likes and pot any ball he wants except for the black, of course.
Yeah, mate, come on.
And on the other table, the famous Bro Shields. If you don't know the name Bro Shields, then you just don't know blackball, folks. He's a household name now, the young man. And he's going to love everything I've said about him when he goes back and listens to this when he finds out about it. He's also known as the babyface assassin because he's actually 48 years old, but he looks 12. And he's just chopped that up after I've given him a rap. So I didn't actually see, because I was dribbling there for a bit. I actually didn't see what this young fella did. I think he's taken ball in hand. He's decided to play the yellow inside the red. I think there are better choices than this. Oh, and this is also not Seniors Masters either, folks, even it says it down the bottom. Yeah, I'm not sure that choice of shot there from a young fella because he's left himself really tricky here. And all Steve's balls are very available. Black goes the top left, so he's going to need to play a good shot in the middle here. Can play it as a sort of shot to nothing, but would love it if he played this in the middle and he went off the side rail and cannoned the far yellow near the black. He's hit the front one. He's missed the pot, but he's got a sick result. Like that is a great result. Didn't mean it, but he'll take it. Steve's got a bit of a smile on his face over that. He knows he's got a bit unlucky. But he's got to deal with it now, and he's got to try and hit this. And I'll tell you what, if Steve's looking at that angle that he's hitting it right now, he's going to go very close to in-off. Because he is nowhere near the line there, if I'm reading this right. There you go. What a genius I'm calling that. He was nowhere near that line. People actually, when they line that up, they actually line hit the center of the ball, and they forget that you've got to have some variance for the top of the ball, the bottom of the ball, or wherever you want to hit the ball. So you really want to hit the top of the ball there, so he cut it towards the pocket, so he had to aim closer to the center pocket. But he's got a good white. Lucky not to go in off. Oh, he's hit that thin and bad. And he's left Steve right in here. Won't be happy with that shot. Now I'm under pressure. Dinesh has come and sat there to listen to me. He's put me under pressure. I could turn mute shortly. So a good shot there from Steve. I think he's got really nice angle to just stun up the table just a touch. And he just wants to be pretty straight on his last red so he can just draw the white ball back about a foot and then have a nice straight black in the corner. Those aren't used to black ball tables. My general feeling on them is avoid the middles at all costs. You know, if you've got choice of playing for corner or middle, you will always play for the corner, which is generally the case, you know, on any table. But these tables are definitely better in the corners than the middles. They're quite tight in the middle. And it's unbelievable how many times I've seen balls down the rail and they sit really deep in the hole. There's no logic to it for me. I haven't been able to work it out yet, but it's going to happen more and more during the week as these rubbers harden up. Good black there from Steve. He didn't play a great positional shot, but he's got the chocolates. I really need a team list for these mobs because I actually don't really know any of their players from SA, which is really unusual because I know most of the guys from SA. But because we don't have the standard elite guys and all that sort of stuff that you're used to, like your Dallas, your Roths, your Neems, your Everonatises, and I'm just going to stop there because people are going to get upset if I don't mention their name because, oh, I'm an elite player too. I'm from South Australia. So I won't, I'll let that go. I'll give you a mention, Mikey. And now the greatest name in 8-ball, Chase Daly. What a name. This bloke should be a Western film, I reckon, with a name like that. And what a lag. Now I'm going to just refer to this guy in the SA player as this dude because I don't know his name. Has played a very good shot. And that will win him the frame because that was the black ball. His name is Adrian. So I'll tell you what, he's got a little bit of Aaron Trethway about him. I don't know, you're probably not watching this, mate, but this might be a bit like partial your doppelganger. So I'm going to call him Adrian Trethway. Sorry if his family's watching and getting upset by that. Not intentional. He's cleared the red, I think. I think he's just cleared the red. He doesn't look happy, actually, so maybe he can't pot it. He certainly can't be worried about getting position on the black. It's right over the hole, so he might not have come through far enough. Why he didn't stun that, I do not know. Yeah, this must be tight. He's taken a long time. Jesus, who broke that monstrosity? Chase Daly. He heard me. Okay, he's gone cross table, and he's found the in off. Well, that's a bad error. He did the hard work and then failed to get position on his last ball. Adrian will be filthy. Now, I'm just going to give you some warning, guys. You probably, now that I'm commentating, you guys should let all your friends know. I'm going to be here for a little while. And Jason Smiley's got to play in this match. And I am looking forward to see if he can get on tilt or not. Because he does love a dummy spit. So hopefully he gets a kick or something. And it costs him like his frame. And then he'll go berserk. And we all want to see that. Bro will not chop this out up. They're all, basically when he stuns this in, he's just going to have a roll in or he might stun up the table, depending on what he wants. But his final transitional shot should not be, you can see him line up there, he wants to play side cushion and then back out the middle of the table rather than stun up the table. Now he's not playing side cushion because that's pulled back way too far. He'll probably play for the top right corner off this red. Well, I think he's actually played for the middle there and underhit it. And you've got to make a decision there one way or the other. If you're going to play for the middle, then hit it and don't care if you land near the ball line, but get up there. But you should still pot this. So Bro Shields will extend this lead to 6-0, and this is a bashing so far. Now, I have seen this fella play before. I actually don't recall his name, though, but I do. His name's, that's got to be a nickname, surely, Perry. But I do know the fella's face. I've seen him at Berry before, I believe. He's just come a bit short. Unless he's picked a gap. What a result. Well, he hasn't committed to that. He really didn't commit to a positional shot. Mind you, this out was getting trickier and trickier by the ball. And now Chase actually has a good chance to run these because they're all available. Don't need a cannon. It's just white ball control. Very tempted to play the ball in the middle first, just to the right of the black, because it looks to be probably the trickiest ball. And that's Chase is eyeing off. And a good confident pot gets white ball through. Now he has so many options available to him, and it's all white ball control now. Would like to remove the left-hand side yellow as soon as possible, though, to free up the other yellow. You don't want to be leaving them till last and then having to land on perfect angles. He's overscrewed that by some margin, so you may as well eliminate the ball over the hole now. It's not doing anything up there except creating the need to run the white. So get rid of it and get nice. Just get to the blue spot here so you can play the stun shot off the left-hand yellow. Jeez, he's played that bad. That's a really bad shot. Honestly, you've got to get down table there to the blue spot. Give yourself. He's actually got wrong angle, even though he's going to run through on this. It just made things more difficult than it needed to be. And as you can see now, this white ball is no longer on a string. He's going to flirt with the middle pocket a bit here. I think he's not going in off, but he's just going to sort of go near it. And then he's going to end up having to go long off angle to his final yellow. So this has now become a difficult transition. If he's got good cueing, you almost want to play the yellow that's to the right of the left of that red near the black to the top right-hand corner. Just play it up there at a nice weight. It'll be right behind the other yellow, and then this out is really simple. And in actual fact, I think it's the right shot because this shot is going to make the next shot more difficult. The transition is going to get more and more difficult. So you see he's got this pop, but now his transition is getting worse and worse. He literally has to drop this in, run it, and go play for the middle to stun across for the black in the top left-hand corner, or if it goes in the left middle. This is tricky now. I don't think he can swing around here and land on this, so he's gone the dead weight. He's missed the pot. He's got it over the hole, but you can see how that got really awful the more it went on. If he had to play that ball to the top corner, just backed himself to get that one pot, the rest of the out was, you know, fairly straightforward. Just had to get neat on the black. So for those that, you know, need to sort of, I guess, want to improve their mapping skills and stuff, it's little frames like that. You can look at it and go, okay, which way would I go here? And, you know, maybe you saw the option that I've pointed out. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you liked Chase's way, and then you've reflected on what I've said and you said, yep, okay, that is a better way, and you've learned something. If that's the case, that's great. If not, and you think I'm a goose, then, you know, that's your opinion as well. You're entitled to it. But what I will try and do is just provide you with some insight as to not only how I see the frame and how I would go, but to try and explain the simplicity of it, of how it would make things easier as things go on. I'm not sure if this goes to the right middle or not, this one that's closest to the black, or the bottom of the two. He might even be able to get through to the higher one to the centre, but the white ball will be running up and down. And these tables are slippery as hell. Like, you think the white ball's going to pull up and it goes probably another 2 foot. Very, very quick. That was on, and he's cleared it, but he's still got a black to deal with. Now, I don't think this black passes to the left-hand corner if he just cannons onto the red here. So he may have to produce some special stuff. A little stun off a side rail into the black maybe, but you really are relying on a bit of luck. Just wonder if it's possible to play this yellow off the red to clear the pocket and then cannon the red, but it's like he's loading this up with a lot of side. Oh, he's played it with the wrong side. He's played it with running. Why would you play that with running? If anything, you want to check that off the rail into the black. Anyway, he's probably landed in not the greatest position. On the rail. Can't even smash it and hope for a result here, really. Can he get this in the bottom left-hand corner off the back of the red? Oh, he's actually just girlied that. There's actually no point in that shot. All he said is just, I have the frame. Better off just smashing that and just trying to get a result. All right, so Perry has got a really simple out. I can't really explain anyway. In fact, I probably wouldn't play this ball right now, but honestly, this is one of those outs where you can map the out 3 different ways with 3 different balls. As long as you're neat with the white, it doesn't matter. The transition to the black is just the most important thing. I probably personally would have left that ball over the middle till last and just come centre table for an easy drop in, but only because if you just land slightly off angle on these bottom balls, you can, you know, things can get away from you a little bit. But I'm being really critical, to be honest. It shouldn't matter what happens here as long as he gets fairly straight on his last red. And that's nice. He'll just stun up nicely for the bottom right corner off this. I'm pretty sure he's got a touch of angle that he can use just to stun up the table about 2 foot, not even. And I'll tell you what, South Australia need a frame on the board. They've got to get the engine started, but at the moment it's still in the shed. Steve Lansworth played a very good snooker there. Oh, he's gone rail, but that's still fine. He had more angle than I realised. So should not miss this, Perry, and should get SA's first frame on the board, and they may feel a bit better about themselves as a team to see no duck eggs. Jeez, I tell you what, that's almost, I don't know if you can classify that as loss of frame or not, because he's just hit the red. What's the rule on that? I would love to get a fair dinkum rule on that, what would happen at the Worlds if you actually just hit the red. Like, obviously he was trying to miss it, but he just hit it. It should actually be, I think that is actually just loss of frame. Because that's how bad it was. Now, I don't even know what Steve's doing there, but he's all right. Oh, and this is what we've been waiting for, guys. Jason Smiley. We're going to call him the tilt machine. I'm hanging a bit on him because we're rooming together, so he'll handle it fine. Steve has, I kid you not, literally left himself in a horrible position. I don't even know what he's doing here. Looks like he's going to play safety offside. Oh no, he's playing a little tricky shot. That's actually not a bad shot. But honestly, should have ran those out. I still think this frame should be over. I don't know what I really love to find the ruling on that. We might replay it to Mark later and just get him to give us an unofficial call. Tell you what, if that yellow had held up near the middle and blocked the pot in the middle, he would have been very happy. So, does that say Bandman or something on his back? I can't quite read that name. His name's Jesse. There we go. Jesse Barrowman. Beautiful. We've worked out the puzzle. Looks to have a fairly good action actually, Jesse. But his white ball's getting away from him. Needs to be careful. Now he can actually get aggressive here and punch this into the bottom right corner and go into this little cluster, but he does risk leaving himself on nothing. But it is a risk versus reward type of shot, and he's going to take it. Oh no, he's decided to play it safe instead. Would love to have seen him have a go at that. I mean, half the reason a lot of these players are loving the Blackball rules is because it is a more aggressive rule set, and so, you know, if you're going to play an aggressive rule set, why not take those shots on? And Adrian, I think it's Adrian, he has jumped up off that shot and got a mini result. It's not awesome, but it's a mini result. I've been corrected, the surname is Burlemon. I'm just going to call him Jesse. So Smiley on the reds. Got to be pretty neat here. I don't think this red goes to the bottom left, so I would like to know what his plan is here. Maybe it does. No, it definitely doesn't. So I am interested to know what his plan is here to actually clear these, because at the moment it's just pot and balls for the sake of pot and balls. Could be a make it up as you go along style of out. Nick Young special. Does have angle to come off bottom rail and sort of go into him, but he risks leaving himself nothing. Could cut this and maybe try and play for a cannon on the yellow below the red. Once again, the transition will be really difficult. It's this to me looks pretty tough, unless I'm missing something. So he's pot this, hit the jaw, not played for any of this, and landed, well, it's something. You know, he can can into the black, which pushes it to the red. He might push it out and get a result. So what I mean by this is if he pots this red, cannons the black into the bottom side of the red, the black will go sort of offside rail towards the bottom rail. The red will go high side towards middle. He may have a shot. He's got to miss the yellow on the way through, otherwise he's in trouble. And he's hit it. And so he had to miss the yellow there, and that's why he's landed on absolutely nothing. Now he's looking at this like, oh my God, I can't believe that just happened to me. But honestly, it was a low percentage, and a player of Jason's experience, because he has been playing the game a long while, and ability should know that you don't leave your hardest ball or rely on extraction till last. So sometimes you don't have a lot of choice, but I felt he could have pulled up there. And I'm being critical of him because he will enjoy to hear that. Always wants to learn, so. So Jesse now with a good. Smiley's played he's played a pretty good containing shot. Black's still tied up, but he's actually asking the question of Jesse and saying, well, you know, what are you going to do here? Where are you going to leave me? Play off the left side of this and take the white ball side rail and just rest it up on the yellow there. Next to it, on top of it, try and get it behind it, but just in that area. It's not bad. It's not bad. I would have preferred to play that side rail, so that way you're sort of going into that area. But it hasn't really given Smiley too much here. Thin cut looks tough. Don't think if you get the pot on the thin cut, you probably don't miss the cannon, the yellow and black. Probably miss it and go more to the balk side rail, like as in where that line is. You probably ran about that area as a guess, just looking at the table. But I think he has no choice but to take this on. May play with some side, but it'll make the pot harder. Well, he's overcut it, which is why he's hit the bottom rail instead. He's found the cannon. Geez, you would have been a genius. But if he had a pot that wouldn't have been the result with the white ball. It would have landed in a different spot. Probably wouldn't have even cannoned the black, to be fair. But as it stands, it's a good shot because he's got the ball over the hole, and if he gets a shot, he can get position on the black. So let's see what Jesse comes up with. It's a nice shot, very nice shot. He'd be filthy if he pots that by mistake. That is an excellent shot, and I do like the killing action of this young fella. Got a nice high elbow, doesn't move on the shot. Not sure how old he is, but he doesn't look real old, so probably got a fair few years ahead of him. And he has fouled. So now what Jesse will do is pop the red over the hole as his free shot, and then he wants to run out, but needs to be neat with the white because you've got transitional requirements left-hand side of the table. Got to get neat, sort of just behind him, you know, so you've got small angles just to manoeuvre the white ball. You don't want it running you all over the place. But I feel he has to pot this red if he wants to clear it this visit. Yeah, for some reason, he's opted to not do that. He's going to. So I think this is unnecessary. I'll tell you why. You play this yellow and a red. Let's say you don't land on the yellow when you play the red. You actually will give yourself nothing. Even now, that he's taken the white ball back, I would still pop the red clean. I think this is a massive mistake. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. He has absolutely nothing now, but he's going to play a snooker. But it's still, if you want to finish the frame at that visit, it is not the right option. And look, I hope he goes back, watches this, sees my suggestion. He may disagree with it, he may agree with it, but if he learns something from it, then it's worthwhile. So he plays the snooker. And I am focusing very much on this left side table, so apologies to the people that might be supporting someone on the right side table, but if I commentate back and forth, it can become quite confusing, so I'm better off just focusing on one frame at a time. Now, Smiley does have a really good chance here to come off left side cushion and backdoor this black in the middle. Looks to be a chance. And if he hits it really bad, it could go on the top right, like this. So it ends up in a similar position, and the same result's probably going to happen here. I'll tell you why that hesitance has just come in, because he's like, oh, he just come off that rail and nearly pot that, and now he's scared to leave him the same shot. Even though the shot's low percentage, now he's looking at other options, he's not sure, he's just scared to leave this shot again. Now, if he's really worried about it that much, play the yellow a bit firmer, but a little firmer than that, and try and push it in the line of the ball, of the shot to the middle. Get it up there, get it near the black. Restrict those pocket chances. I think Smiley's looking it up and down, so maybe he's actually played a pretty good cut off there for the side rail escape. Now these throw pretty wide off the rail, so I myself have not judged one of these correctly yet this week. And we'll probably continue to misjudge them unless I actually put some time in on figuring it out. So he may go wide on this. I think he's just made an adjustment. He's aimed a little skinnier. That looks good. Yep, makes contact. Obviously wants to pot it, but you know, that's low. The percentage chances aren't as high as just hitting it. Now, has he left him on this right-hand ball to the corner? Definitely he's on the high one, but it's much thinner. So I think Smile will be happy with that result. He's left the ball on the rail. He's left a tricky opener. So he's on this ball, which is big for Jesse. But he's got up. He doesn't like it. He needs to commit. I think this is, if he can pot this, this is the shot. I'm not sure if he's worried about canning into the other yellow and potentially leaving himself no shot afterwards. But if he is worried about that, just give it a little bit more pace and just get that white to throw a little wider so you miss the cannon. There's no in off in the left middle off the side rail, so... Oh, okay, well maybe he couldn't pot it, so that's not a bad shot. I like that Smiley's given that a crack, and he's almost got a big result, and that's very unfortunate. Always happens, not always happens, but always a chance to happen when you're letting the white fly, but it does annoy you when you get out of a snooker and it goes in off. So this, so Jesse should use his free shot here wisely, and I would say put the white ball either very hard up on the left side cushion and play the rundown on the yellow, so you move into the line of the bottom two, or put it to the sort of 3/4 across the other side of the table and cut it down there so it comes in. But either way, you've got to play that ball first. I don't believe this is the right shot once again. To me, this is like a negative free shot. So, okay, he's popped that. Now he's got one shot, and now he's like, oh shit, what am I going to do now? I've actually just given myself nothing good. I don't think he's thought that one through. That's why it's so important, that free shot, when you use it, to do something constructive that just makes the rest of the pot out really easy on your life. Now he's oh, I've got to run this down dead weight. I've got to not miss it, otherwise I lose the frame. Now he's looking at another snooker because he's played the wrong shot. All these things give chances to your opposition. And when you play these top level guys, if you want to get to that level, these are the things you've got to get right. So he's going to commit. I think if he's going to play this shot, he probably wants to play with just a smidgen of left-hand side. Not load up, just a smidgen. Just to pull the white down a little bit. It doesn't want to land on the side rail. Anything but on the side rail will be fine here. In that right-hand quadrant. He's overcut it though. So Smiley will say thank you for the strawberry. And honestly, I hope Jesse goes and watches this and realises the free shot needed to be utilised in a better way. So meanwhile, Ragnar Rothbrook is on the red. I don't know his real name, he just looks a bit like Ragnar to me when he's down on the shot. Needs a longer ponytail. But he has made a mess of that, and who's playing for Victoria? Junior. Got to be careful with this. This could run a bit. Yeah, this is not a good shot. Should have known that by now. Been playing on these tables for a couple of days. Should have known that that was going to fly. Geez, look at these two heavyweights trying to lag off. There's no room for Steve. He can't cue. Perry's not even got near the ball line. He's had a bad lag off. Now, if those who are wondering why the name Rabbit is on the back of his shirt, it's actually because he breeds rabbits for a living. He sells them to the greyhound tracks. In fact, I think he's affectionately known as Mr. Rabbit because he's the head rabbit distributor for Greyhound Victoria. And Junior has just been given a massive let off. That is bad for SA. So Bugs Bunny to break off. I don't even know why Junior's bothered potting that red. But anyway, doesn't matter. And he's just chopped up. He's not even committed to that. You can look at his left the white. He's not even committed. He must be really struggling for a bit of form, the young man. Because that's not like him at all. He's actually pretty good cueist generally. But it might be just lacking a bit of confidence in the head. It happens. So this fella's playing this shot. His name's James Little, but I'm calling him Ragnar.
Come on, Junior. Come on, mate. Come on, buddy.
Oh, and this fella's got his name Perry on the back of his shirt. His name's Brian. You guys that watch and support these guys already know that and just think I'm a goose for calling them random names, but that's all part of the fun. I'll tell you, this is a test of queuing for Junior. Going off his previous couple of shots, there's no chance to pot this. And he has left it very nicely for his opponent. And Ragnar Luthbrook will get his axe out and chop this head off of this black and claim victory for Odin. And stuff like that. And then say skull at the end. There it goes, and 7-3 now. And there is a long way to go in this match. So 7-3 sounds pretty horrible, but it's not as bad as you think. You do have to get to 13. And Smiley is up again. Jeez, some Vic's getting excited on the far tables. Not sure who's playing for SA against Smiley. I don't think they've worked it out yet. Maybe he's actually just disappeared for a second. Good shot there from Brian. Has let the white get away. I'll tell you, you see that a lot in this tournament because the tables are so slippery. And I do not know if this red at the top end of the table where the balk line is goes anywhere. Actually, I honestly don't know what Brian can do if he wants to go game. It just doesn't look like there's anything available, so I think flicking this over the hole might be a good option. But he said, nah, bugger that, I'm going for this. Opens the black up. I just don't see a shot here. Maybe the back double in the left corner if it's there. Could be there. Yeah, it's there. It's thin. It's a tough shot. I don't know. He's obviously got to do something, but I just don't know what that something's going to be. Well, he's just decided to bring it out in the middle of the table, which, you know what? That'll work against your local pub player. It doesn't pick up a cue, but against a quality opponent, that's basically a loss of frame. And Steve has just put the screws in and says, I'm going to cover this black and get a snooker. In that position, I understand the shot. Get the ball in the middle of the table, sort of, let your opponent know, hey, I've got the ball in the middle of the table, don't do anything stupid. But at the same time, you're just leaving your own fate to the opponent. So maybe in situations like that, just smash it and see what happens. I know it sounds, reckless and stupid, but sometimes just smashing it is your best option. Now, Brian might be unhappy with that result. He's fouled, yes, but he's actually killed the yellow and probably forced Steve to do something about it immediately. Steve could play the red into the yellows and just make sure the red sticks to the rail just to give himself a better feeling of security. Me personally, I'd probably take ball in hand and play the black onto the 2 yellows. You know if you hit the left-hand side of the top yellow, it's going to go over to the right-hand side of the pocket off the other yellow. So he did say the shot I suggested first, but it hasn't really given him any real advantage just yet. So I think the black onto him was probably a better option if you want to clear at this visit. I mean, they're still all gettable, but you know he's dropping in a snooker for sure after the way he's played that shot, and there's nothing wrong with that. He's actually going to play this a little stun, and you've got to be careful not to hit a rail here. He's played it well. Played it very well. Good shot. So once again, Bri has to attempt to get out of the snooker. You can't just sit up behind the ball like you can in 2-shot rules. This looks wide from screen, and indeed it is wide. Geez, I'll tell you what, I don't know if Dan Lynch has watched this at all, but Dan, I think you need to sort your cameras out, mate. I'm calling shit correct all over the place here today. See, once again, if I'm Steve, I know he's going to play the yellow onto yellow and get the black out. He could, and there's nothing wrong with that actually, but he could play the red onto the yellow on the bottom cushion and bring it out and kill the red. There's a few options here. Sometimes you can be too complicated with the free shot. Steve just said, you know what, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm just going to extract the black, and I'm going to clear up with the one remaining visit. And Steve's been playing this rule set for a while now, so it's not unusual for him to see him choose a fairly simple and logical choice. But he just needs to be neat in this particular couple of shots, because this ball on the cushion has to go in. Not this one, the one after. This one shouldn't be a problem at all. I think he would have liked a little more angle than that, but as long as he can get the white off, he's okay. But this is where things can go wrong, because when you pot this, he's going to be probably potting the ball over the hole next, and they do funny things with this cloth. He hit it slightly too high on the white, and the white kind of sticks up there. So let's see what he does. Yeah, he's played it well. Played it very well. Still, see how that white still got away from me a little bit? Like, that's just sort of tells you how quick the tables are. You've got to be have good finesse, a nice soft backhand. Like if you're a hard gripper of the cue on these tables, your timing's got to be really good, or you're going to lose the white all over the place. Gee, that's a bad shot. He's just got into it too much, and I can tell you why that has happened. Because if he was playing on like just a normal 8-ball table, that would have stunned off a side rail about, I don't know, half a foot down from the middle. But because these are a bit grippier, they grab hold of the white more, and so you can actually make a bit more of an error. It's the only reason that's happened. Well, he's made a mess of that. I mean, he's going to drop a snooker in now, but that is a big mess. Inexcusable, really. Good recovery shot for snooker, but just frame should be over. Steve's buzzing to get another shot here. I wonder if he feels he can get behind the yellow off the back rail and snooker him back. So he's playing it with the right-hand side, so... Well, the right-hand side's not going to take at that speed, sorry, Steve. It just isn't gonna. And this is where you just don't be complicated. Just pot the thing. Just pot it and go game. Don't do anything else. Don't look at anything else. Just get down and knock this in. You don't have to do anything except stun off the side rail. Just pot it. I don't even know why he's going ball in hand there, honestly, folks. Like, there was a gap between the white and the red. All he had to do was cut across it. We just saw him miss a ball by 4 foot from the other end of the table before. Now, don't get me wrong, I expect him to get these, but just don't. Why leave yourself in the long grass when you don't need to? Anyway, that's now no longer relevant. He's about to pot the black. He's about to get the frame on the board for SA. And 7-4. That feels a lot better, I'm sure. I just rhymed there. How awesome am I? So what's going on here? They're having a discussion about something. Well, we've missed something here because they want to check the camera. I don't know what's going on. I think they want to check a shot. What's happened there, guys?
We're in the snooker.
All right, sorry, folks. I'll tell you what. Let's get some chatter going on the YouTube feed. Go and replay that shot at what's the time? What's the time on it? At can't tell from there. I don't know what the time was, but it was a few minutes ago. So on the right-hand table on table 2, the SA guy goes to get out of a snooker a minute 53 ago, and then it's queried on whether he hits the red or the yellow. We have made the call that is not a foul, that we think he's hit the red first. You can go and make your own conclusions and then absolutely shit can me if you like, or agree with me. One of the two, it's not going to matter. But yeah, that was tough. We have no slow-mo either, so it was really hard to call. And I think, look, the benefit of the doubt there probably should go to the player that played the shot. Anyway, we continue. Smiley's got on with it. Now, is this black on? I don't think this black's on. Could be wrong. Well, it was on. Now, Smiley might be filthy now. All right. As I said, if I got that wrong, Jason Smiley, I do apologise, but it was a tough call. And, yeah, I think you've got to give the benefit of the doubt to the player that played the shot in that situation. Anyway, we move on. SA have bridged the gap, 7-5. You're right, mate. Seriously, guys, in the chat, there's a few watching. Go and have a look at it. Have a chat. Give me your opinion. It was tough to call. Anyway, I actually can't see the stream at the moment. We're just doing a bit of stuff on the screens, guys, so I'm flying a bit blind here for a second. So I'm just going to watch the table, the left-hand side table, table 1. And I'm just going to call it as I look at the table. I'm pretty high, so I've got a decent view. And looks like, yeah, SA on the yellows, are they? Well, they're feeling good about that. And obviously, the score is 7-5 too, guys, so we'll get that adjusted shortly. So Junior has been totaled, and this is another one of those situations where I feel like maybe I might just smash it, but you know what, you can probably rest on it and just keep it in play, so probably a bad call by me there. Oh, has he found a gap? Oh, that's a good shot. I will go back to the chat shortly, guys. I've just got where the chat feed is, I've actually got the main screen so I can still call the match. But I'll flick back to it shortly and have a quick look and see what you guys have got to say about it. But we all know you have got something to say about it. Everybody that sits in a chair at home and watches this stuff's got something to say. So Jesse drops in another snooker. Junior says total. He may, I don't know if he's got the 2 cushions scaping behind the red here. Looks like he doesn't. Could go 2 cushion left side, bottom cushion, and even potentially the right cushion and just sort of rest on it. Restrict some options a little bit. So that's what he's going to do. Have I been commentating this whole time and you can't hear me? I can see the thing going up though. Well, that's shit. Testing, testing. People can definitely hear me because someone said have a look at what. So. Yeah, it was. Yeah, second one. Alright, sorry guys, just dealing with a few small technical things. Alright, so Jesse has, I think, must have a free shot, does he? Or is he just playing the single shot again? Bridging over the ball, plays it, I can't see the shot. He's in the way, and he has, well, he only had the one visit. Tricky situations for Junior because you can't just bomb this out the middle of the table because the yellows are all easy. So he's got to try and do something creative with this. And he's tried to be creative and he's found a yellow. Well, now if Jesse's smart here, what he'll do this time is he'll take ball in hand and he will play the black down towards the left corner and then finish the frame off with his other visit. This is not a difficult pot out, folks. I know it's easy sitting here with a microphone and a headset and saying this is easy, but honestly, these balls are not difficult. That shot selection is also totally fine. As long as he doesn't have a yucky angle where the stun or the screw is going towards the bottom left pocket. Should be okay though. Even if it is, you can force the wide out, but it does require a better action. But this young fella, Jesse, he does look like he's got a nice action. Well, and that's why you don't smash balls in these pockets. He's got lucky. Well, he hasn't. But see how that's actually hit the back of the pocket and jumped out, I think. But that's why you don't smash balls in these tables. And as you can see, he screwed back like miles too far. He only wanted to screw back to the centre of the table off the side rail, and he's gone right across the other side and back out again. So he smashed it, hit it way too hard. And from a personal perspective for Junior, he needs to pop this because he needs some confidence, and he has. And Victoria actually needed that frame. They lost 4 in a row, or 3 in a row. So we're back onto table 2, where the famous Bro Shields is playing. He is a world champion. And he's played a pretty intelligent shot there to pull the yellow into play. Jesus, he's hit that well. What a great shot. And he just walks off, puts his cue in you can't see him on the screen, but he's just got that. What an awesome shot that was. Look on his face.
Come on, boys. Come, Nix. Come on. Come on, Nix. Yes, big dog.
So now, Ragnar Lothbrook. Plays for safety. He's not just giving up on this, he wants entrance to Valhalla. And probably in a tricky spot here because if he fouls, then all this stuff over the hole will be gone. So he's not in the most awesome position known to man, to be honest. Geez, he's played that well as well. 2 excellent shots in a row there from Bro. So I'm not sure if he just plays this red on the right hand side of the table, just plays it to, you know, towards the middle, but don't pot it and gets the snooker. I mean, it will leave Bro the up and down, but the up and down's really dangerous because if he hits the wrong side of the yellow, he's not going to be on anything. He's up for a different shot. He's like he's going to play a little containing shot, try and make things tricky for Bro. That's a good. I'll tell you what, that is an excellent shot because I don't think he can get to this at all. And I'll tell you why this is such a good shot for Blackball, because in 2-shot rules, this is no stress if you're on yellow. No stress at all. But in Blackball, if you don't hit this out of the snooker, he gets a free shot, and he basically just eliminates the yellow out of the pocket, and then he's favourite. So this is actually a really horrible position to be in if you Bro shields right now. He's just looking for anything to hit these. He doesn't care about anything but escaping right now because he knows it's going to be probably a loss of frame if he doesn't. And look, to be honest, it's no surprise he's taking a long time on this either. You may see him still take another minute or 2 even. This is hard. He's looking at something. I'm not actually sure what he's looking at, but he's definitely looking at some kind of parallel shift here. Maybe he's looking at the left side cushion, but I don't think he can get enough purchase on it. I think the red's in the way, so he has to be looking at the far cushion, but I don't see how that offers any value. Well, here we go. Look, honestly, I think this is going to get nowhere near it. Honestly, I just don't see it. But I'll tell you what, if he hits that harder, what a shot that would have been. I mean, he wouldn't have hit it, but still, what a shot, what an effort. I love the effort and the angles that he's trying to put into that. Big effort. But now, it's just going to be a case of red on yellow and death. Alright, so as we predicted, red on yellow, and now he's in a much better position than what he was earlier. Still got obviously a little bit to do because the yellow's still over the hole, but I'm sure he would feel good about clearing it about now. Felt he should have played a bit more aggressively the shot before, but just needs to be neat and tidy. Got to be careful of the white here, he could lose it. Yeah, he's lost it. He's lost the white. And this is what I'm talking about. These little errors that the guys are making, probably more from SA than Vic at the moment, but they're just positional errors. That's all they are. They're just decision-making shots that are leading to positional errors that are costing them frames. It just shows your choice of shot really matters. He's missed the pot, and as I said, he's going to pay the price for that decision-making that he had. Once again, I hope he goes back, looks at the stream, doesn't care I called him Ragnar Rifebrook, and learns something from it. That's what it's all about. So he probably still needs to cue this well. Doesn't want to get into it too much. I think he's actually hit that bad, has he? Yep, he hit. Oh, he's hit that absolutely horribly. Wanted to hit that straight and draw the white ball back left side of the table. He's accidentally hit the right hand side, and on this cloth it just rips and flies. I think he still can pop. Well, he could. He's okay. Still, he still probably wasn't happy with the shot. He's got the job done. And we're back on table 1 as we witness an excellent double from the greatest name in 8 ball, Chase Daly. I actually wonder if his 3-ball plant is on. Red on black on red. It looks close on camera. We may not find out. It's not a safety. And it's not a good safety. Black is still out of commission, so something would need to be done about it, but he's just opened the door for SA to at least have a dip at it. And there is a lot of balls you can use to get this a bit of movement on this black. Now I'm not sure if this the closer of the two that is with the white in the bulk area passes the other one or not, but if it does, he could actually go into this black right now. He can probably play it with a bit of right hand side, and he's probably naturally going to go into this. I don't think he needs to stun it too much. He might have to stun it a little bit, but just shy of the middle pocket with some right hand side would be the order of the day here. Doesn't want to hit this really hard and then lose the white. Just wants a little nudge. Has never tried. Actually, it was thinner than I thought, so that's fine. But now he's got a good angle, I think. It's not the direction he actually wants to hit it in, because he's going to push red into black in a red, and it may not open up the pocket. Hasn't even looked at it though. So the more balls he pots here, and if he tries to leave his cannon till last, that's provided that it doesn't pass to the bottom left. And I've just called this completely wrong the entire frame, which, as you know, folks, I do a lot. So if this passes freely to the bottom left, then everything he's done so far has been totally fine, as long as he gets the correct angle to transition to that black off his last yellow. And that is always the key. But the way he's looking at these, it's now sort of becoming more of a, what do I do, how do I get this black out type affair.
Come on, Junes.
This is the pot. Now we may see Chase. Actually, wouldn't want to make a game. Don't even hesitate. Just pot out here. You've got you're right behind the red that's near the black. Not sure what. Oh, look at this shot. Oh, big effort. here. Still not sure what he's doing about this red near the black.
He's on his way back from home. Have a chat with him when he gets here, because he is getting sworn in.
Good shot there from Chase. Sorry guys, there's a conversation going on behind me that's it's making it a little difficult to concentrate. Just some issues with some of the tables up the other end of the room. It's been, I mean, obviously it's a difficult task to get tables perfectly level across the board. Well, he has got a double here. I do apologise for the bit of back and forth and silence and stuff. There's a bit of funniness going on here. Oh, missed pot again. Just a few too many missed balls for SA guys at the moment to keep themselves competitive in this match. And that's missed by a fair way as well. So Victoria, like, basically given the janitor duties and mopping up, because they really are being given a lot of frames by the SA guys. And I think if the SA guys reflect on this, they'll know that they were probably first in a lot of the time to win frames, and just unable to capitalise. Junior will be filthy with that. Chase. He's got lucky, has he? I think he's got lucky. He puts his hand up in apology. What a shot from Junior. What a shot. Excellent, Black. Would have gone in on any table that. Hit it as clean as you can hit. So I feel that if he can actually hit this Black, he may not even need to swerve. He may just be able to play it just straight side and just pot it. Or just, oh, he's just belted it. I think he's tried to cut that, but it was ambitious, to say the least. So you can play this two ways. You can play this with touch your right hand side, pull it wide out a little bit for the right middle, or you can play it with running side and play for the same pocket. He's actually just played a plain ball and hit it quite badly. However you played that, it needed some kind of side to pull yourself away from this pocket. Or bottom or whatever, but just not that. But he's potted, I think. No, he's missed it. He's paid the penalty for getting poor position on the Black. But will it cost him the frame? I think he's going to take this double on him. Looks to me like he's lining a double up. No, he's gone the pot. And he's missed it. But Chase gets a let off for honestly, some pretty poor play. I think even he will admit that was a pretty poor frame. And I think I'm actually going to call it a day for myself, guys, because I play it too and I've got a team meeting shortly. So I hope you enjoyed that little stint of commentary I put in there. I hope it proved a bit more entertaining than just a silent blank screen. And I might pop back at another point and do a bit more. Until then, catch us later.
Only if they ask for it, isn't it? Yeah, unless the team alleges slow play.
Do it calmly, mate. Do it calmly. Would you like me to come and hold your hand?
Come on, boys. I do All right, thanks.
Come on, Jess. Come on, mate.
Yeah, so there's kind of goes on.
This side, Jess.
Yeah, so Jamie was up here with me. 5 in the team. But there was someone else as well, and I just spoke to them, and I think it was from SA. So maybe go and have what is doing Shane Bretzer with a coat on. Shane, have a chat with him and see. He might be able to in the right direction. It says what he's doing in
Come on,
SA.
Pico. Come on, Pico.
So they've moved over now.
Yeah, I told them they shouldn't do that.
Right?
And they got given the wrong information.
Who what?
Come on, Julia. Come on, man.
Got fuzzy. So he phoned me up. I said, when you go, I said, just put them on one table. Because the thing is, yeah, he's seen me.
He said he wants to make sure that the table changes for next match.
Because the match is on 6 and 7 now. I'll put them down to 5 and 6. It's a different team. The masses from the room all on the way.
Come on, man. Come on, Adrian.
So you just need one session to go 3 and 4. The next session, someone might be on 4.
Yeah, that's fine, but I'm just saying, I don't know if they're looking for so. Yeah, I'll take all right. No worries. Yeah. So, just a reminder to all players that the Scottish doubles entries need to be in by this evening. And if there's any players that are looking for other players to play with, please let us know so we can try and match you up. Come on, mate.
Julia. Come on, buddy. Come on, man. Come on, mate.
Oh, do you know what? I probably knew you were coming back though.
Yes, guys.
Scores are all right. It's just
What have you got?
2 games that were different.
I don't know that I can amend it. I don't think I can. I could lose one. You've ended the session. Yeah, I'm all good. Yeah, getting there. Yeah, getting there. Oh, yeah, it is. Nothing even to go anywhere. So you're happy with that then? Come on, buddy. Come on. You're happy with that, are you? All right, okay, no worries. Let me change the score. Who would put you in? Yeah. Have we got Captain Smith here? Oh, hold on. Hello? Right, let's go again. No, she's
I did have one. So I'll do that.
Thanks very much, mate.
Rest time.